That's her right there. Crispy. Ooh. Hot. Juicy. Good morning, Sizzle and Smokers. Welcome to this week's Sunday Nighter matchup, Tennessee and the LA Rams. Going to be a slugfest. Both teams are doing okay. Should be a great game. They've been so far. We're loving it. As for cooking, we're going to put a mashup. Put them together. For Tennessee, we're going to take this pork shoulder. We're going to slap it on smoke, make some pulled pork. We're then going to take it over to Kevin's house and make some pulled pork street tacos on the griddle. So it's going to be fantastic. So let's get her rolling. This here is about 10-pound pork shoulder. Skin on. I like to have my skin on, because I'll show you later. It's just turns into a nice crackling. We're going to eat this. It's going to get crispy. It's excellent. First thing you want to do with it is rinse it. So I took it, just run it on some cold water, washed it, patted it dry, make sure she's all nice. She's clean. She's looking great. Next step we're going to do is I'm going to score the skin on it. Just get some slices all through it. It doesn't really do anything. Helps some of the seasoning get below. I do have a special introduction we're going to do here right away for you. Somebody you're meeting for the first time. Very, very important person to me. Not a person, a thing, I guess. So anyways, so we got her all scored up. This looks like this. You got nice, beautiful meat on that side. Not a lot of fat to trim off, so we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to let it cook down. You got a bone in the middle. So away we go. So now, introduce you to my little friend. Sizzle and Smoke Rub. Not available yet, but it's going to be. We're going to get this all mass produced and put out there. All you want to do with it is hit it everywhere. Give her a good layer. Get it in the creases if you can. There we go. Flip it over. Hit her some more. Now everybody says a lot of shoulders you're gonna get don't have skin on them. Well, we're gonna leave the skin on it because I like it. The other one is, what's the difference between a shoulder and a butt? Not a lot. The shoulder is the top part, the bottom is the butt is the bottom part. Same thing, they both work wonderful for if you're gonna do a ham, for curing, leaving it sit for a couple weeks and curing into a ham, or turning it into pulled pork, which we're gonna do. So they work well, they have great fat content. That's why you want to take them up to internal temps of anywhere between 195 to 205, depending on what you want to do. Get it up there, it pulls apart easily. The biggest test that'll cheat you when you're doing pulled pork when they're done is how does the bone come out. If the bone comes out clean, you did it well. If it doesn't and there's meat sticking to it, you need to cook longer. The other question everybody asks is, how long does it take? The only person that knows that is right here. Pork shoulder is going to tell you only thing. There's going to be an average, I'm going to say it's going to take us roughly 12 hours, but there's no guarantee. It could be done in 10 and a half, it could be done in 14 hours. So don't rush it. Let it go. It's going to do its thing. If you are on a time crunch, start earlier and then just let it rest. Stick it into a cooler, wrap it with some towels. It'll stay warm. It'll stay moist. It'll stay perfect that way. If you're running short on time, cranking up the heat is not necessarily going to help you. It's probably more than likely going to burn your outer crust. So take that into consideration. I don't have a time crunch today, so we're going to slap this on and just let it buck. I'm going to say, like I said, it's going to take about 12 hours. Maybe it takes longer, maybe it takes less. The biggest thing you got to worry about is your beer consumption, because that's a 12-hour shift. So you got to pace yourself. It should take you about an 18 pack. So keep that in mind. So we're going to rub this down. I'm then going to take it, slap it in the fridge for an hour or two, let it rest, and then we're going to get it on the smoker. So in a couple hours time, we'll check in on her outside and we'll see where we're at, how we're looking. Beautiful. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Our pork shoulder's been on for about 3 hours now. I've been running it at 215 to build in some nice smoke flavors. We're gonna just give her a quick check. She's looking good. She's golden. She's pulled apart, so she's getting lots of penetration in the smoke, which is what we want. I don't have it on a big hot spot. I got it in the cooler areas so everything can circulate. It's doing well. I'm now going to bump her up to 275 to let her go. We'll leave her at 275 now for the rest of the time. Probably going to take at least, I'm going to say, another 9 hours, maybe 8. We'll give it a few more hours, then we'll come out and check it again and see how we're looking and go from there. I'm not a big spritz guy, so I don't spritz. I'm not going to spray it. I'm also not a wrapper, so I'm not going to bring it out and we're going to wrap it. I'm going to leave it go natural just like this. Let it build a big bark. Let her do its thing. So we'll give her a few more hours and then we'll come back and check it again. So here we are at about 7 hours. Temperature is 172 internal, taking it to 203. You can see she's looking fantastic. So we'll let her buck. So we should be through the stall now, so we should be starting to see the temperature creep up a little bit quicker. But still, we're probably another couple hours away yet, for sure. So pellets are full. It's a beautiful day. You got no wind, so that's helping us keep our temperature inside. Lid open doesn't help, but it is what it is. She's beautiful. There we are. 11 hours on the smoker. The poke shoulder. I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful. She's at 201 degrees, and so I pulled it. It's been almost exactly 11 hours. Typically, I would wrap it and let it sit. We're not doing that today because it doesn't matter. You can see the bone here. It's ready just to yank out on its own. It's beautiful. Smells great. Looks great. So at this point, you take your master shredder claws, and we're going to yank this bad boy apart. I got a little bit of a liquid we're going to put onto her just to keep it moist, as tomorrow we're going to be using this, so we don't want it to let it dry out, but which it won't. But here's the thing, right here. That skin that we left on, that's her right there. Crispy. Oh. Hot. Juicy. Oh boy. That is dynamite. That is excellent right there. Slice it off. Hope you can see that. Just excellent. Just gorgeous. They just pull right off. Look at them. That tastes a cross of jerky and candy all in one. They're excellent. I'm going to pull those off and keep them to the side because I want to keep those. Unbelievable. So here we go. There she goes. She just falls apart. Look at that. Remember what I said before about you just pull the bone out and see what it looks like? If there's meat stuck to it, it's not done. There's one side. That's pretty darn clean. I don't know if you can see this here, but she knows. She knows she is getting a bone. And there's the other side. Look at that thing. Oh, just perfect. Just perfect. Love it. It's hot. So now all you do is you take your claws and you yank it apart. Bust her up the best you can. Take these bones out. Thermometer is a key to this cook right here. Keeping it plugged in on the smoker. Where'd that other little piece of bone go? Did I get it already? There you go. She is a 11-hour, 12-hour ordeal to make some of the best meat going. She is just fantastic. So there we go. So in this little contraption here, I have half a cup of Dr. Pepper, about a third cup of apple cider vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of, I use a Sizzle and Smoke rub. Typically I use a Sizzle and Smoke seasoning. You can use either or. It's good. You got the pepper taste, or the root beer taste. You got the little acidity from the vinegar, sweetness of the rub. It's quite good. I don't think I need it all in this one because I still got quite a bit of moisture in there. So we're just going to dump it on. Dump it on, let it all sit, do its thing. I'll let it cool down to temp. And then yeah, chuck it in the fridge until tomorrow, and then we'll reheat it on the griddle at Kevin's to make some tacos out of it. And away we go. There you go. You see this? You get the smoke ring on the outside. If you can see the little red pieces on the outer part, that's the smoke ring. That's what you want her to look like. Boom. Pulled pork, there you go. She's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fantastic cut of meat. They're absolutely excellent. I'm drooling. The dog's drooling. She wants a bone. We'll catch you tomorrow.